Gators are looking to make some changes. Obviously, you had a couple graduations this past fall. The Gators went and grabbed Michael Sturdivant out of the transfer portal from UCLA. They return Aiden Mizell, Khalil Jackson, Hank Hawkins, Eugene Wilson, Taylor Spirito, and DeBron Hampton. Those are the guys that are on the roster that are carrying over. And then Vernell Brown, Naeshaun Montgomery, Dallas Wilson add to that mix of what looks to be a stacked wide receiver room that is definitely lacking in probably some experience and production, but definitely not lacking in skills. So how do you guys want to break this down? Let's break it down kind of upperclassmen and then the younger guys here. What are y'all's thoughts? So Mike is going to probably be your number one X, I would imagine. At that, he's 6'4", 205 pounds, comes over to the Gators from UCLA as a redshirt senior. What are your guys' expectations? So obviously a guy that has produced some, but not a ton in college football. But tell me a little bit about what y'all's thoughts are on Mike.
Pulling up his. Go ahead. No, I love what he does have on tape. He's a 100-meter guy. I think he's ran like a 10-3, 10-4, 10-5, something like that. It's a low 100-meter time. From Texas, got good track, speed. One thing I think is going to happen, what I think Billy's doing a good job of, and who's ever working with the receivers, because I know it's more than just Billy, but I think what they're doing a good job of is teaching separation. I think Ricky Pearsall kind of struggled with it in Arizona State, I would say. And also one of the things I didn't like about the Dike take was most of the catches in Wisconsin, he was draped all over. And I didn't think he was that fast. When he went to the combine, I seen his 40 time. I'm just like, bro, he's fast as hell. I know Nick said it a few times on here, but I wasn't believing it. And then the combine confirmed it. But he wasn't separating in Wisconsin. But when he got to Florida last year, he separated well. He created a lot of separation on a lot of these routes. So I expect that same type of maturation and development with Mike. The speed's there, but most of his UCLA catches, he's like draped all over. And I think they're gonna help him separate better and prepare him for the pros. So that's my the adjustment I see happening in his game, and the production should go up a tick.
Yeah, just 22 receptions last season at UCLA for 315 yards, 14.32 yards per catch, and 2 touchdowns. Had 100-yard receiving games against USC and Minnesota. So that's 124. So take out those 2 games, and you've probably got another 175-ish yards the rest of the season.
Okay.
Just kind of have to wonder, and not that UCLA was doing great things throwing the football last year, but those are my questions. You just kind of have to wonder.
I think I don't know how many. I think he dealt with the injury bug a little bit. UCLA was a mess.
He played 11 games out of 12 with 8 starts. TJ Abrams is there. I accidentally skipped over him. My apologies. I don't really care, Margaret. That's the name. Do you know what I mean? That's the name.
Yeah, with Mike, I would go back to his redshirt. I believe it's his redshirt freshman year, because he played in 4 games in 21 at Cal.
With Cal, yeah.
In 22, he played all 12 games. So redshirt freshman, 65 catches, 755, 7 touchdowns. Make the move. You go to UCLA. Let's go nationally. Passing offense, UCLA, top 50. Really, really productive in that season at Cal before going to UCLA. Maybe just isn't used properly. Maybe you make a move. We see this a lot in the transfer. You make a move and grass wasn't greener. Grass might be greener. You still have to mow it. Whatever the case was, it didn't work out for him at UCLA. He's been a stud. Workouts, OTAs, which I've been able to go to the last 2 weeks. Spring ball. I think he's going to be a player. Make the kind of impact that like Ricky Pearsall has made. They're very different receivers. I'm just saying, like in terms of like someone we don't know much about, older receiver shows up, makes an instant impact. Who's another guy? Not Ricky. Badger made Elijah Badger made that kind of impact, but the opportunities are going to be there. He will be a starter next to Trey, or on the other side of Trey, who I think we'll see not just like gadget stuff, but he'll be playing outside a little bit more because you've also got Aiden myself. You've got a whole list of guys between redshirt sophomores and true freshmen. But I think Sturdivant, like dark horse leading the team in receptions, kind of production to expect.
I think he's a front horse. I think
front horse.
Yeah. Oh, the white horse.
He's a light horse.
The light horse.
The pale
I knew
horse.
that was coming for some reason. I just
hold up, pale horse. Yeah, I think he was a necessary get too. Like it's a lot of talent in that room, but they're so young. Like bringing a veteran guy in here, like his work ethic and the way he's moving around the building from a leadership perspective is going to be key. But yeah, I think if I had to pick somebody to lead the team in receiving, I would think it's him. But you just never know because Lagway had chemistry with Mazzell and some of those guys playing on second team, so it could get tricky. It was a lot of talent. This is my favorite room, by the way, like hands down 100%. On the team.
Not running back.
Nah, man. Well, I like the running back room. We got some Ferraris in his wide receiver room.
G just took the words out of my mouth.
J Mike is giving Trayvon Grimes vibes.
He just took my point, man. I was just about to say, Billy.
You should have donated $1.99 first, Jordan.
Right? He done upped the ante on me, man. But yeah, I feel like Billy Gonzales has done a really, really good job with receivers in general, and especially with transfers coming in with just a little bit of experience, but just need that finishing touch to kind of really get them over that hump to make them be the complete receiver that they need to be. So I'm really excited to see what this kid can bring for us this year. Like he said, with Trey Grounds, I feel like Trey Grounds was a guy who came from Ohio State, was supposed to be a highly rated guy at Ohio State, but chose to come over here to us to get more playing time and to get seen and to kind of really flourish as a receiver. So I feel like he is going to have a big year for us just off the strength of that. He's been there before. He's played in games before. He has the experience. He just needed the finishing touches from Billy to kind of get him over that hump to be a complete receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the –
Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
I'll say I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to lead in reception, catches out of the receiver room. It's just because he may just be that safety blanket for Lagway, if that makes sense. You feel me? Just out of experience and knowing that he may just be that guy who's going to come down with it when we need it the most. And, yeah, so I just feel like he's a good one for us, man. I feel like he's a real sleeper, like Nick said. He's a real dark horse and that, like, we got all the 4-star, 5-star receivers in the room, the young guys. We excited about Dallas Wilson. We excited about Naeshaun Montgomery, Vernell Brown, all that. I get it. We got Eugene Wilson coming back, obviously off an injury. We're excited to see him and how he's going to flourish for us this year. But I feel like with all that going on, you forgot about this guy right here who can play ball, and he's probably elevated his game to I don't know how much more with having Billy as his coach. So I'm excited to see how he'll play this season, man. I think he'll be a really good guy for us.
It's definitely going to be the best quarterback you ever played with, for sure. Like, I think this is going to be the best arm, 100%.
Yeah. And that's a big part of being wide receivers, having somebody throw you the ball.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Nick?
It is weird because like whenever you get a transfer and everyone's excited, and then you like forget about other guys, but like he's the transfer that you've almost forgotten about because the last recruiting cycle at receiver was so dope that you like forget. Oh, hey, by the way, there's like proven production already. 22-year-old who's played 4 years in the rest in peace Pac-12. Are they getting the band back together? Pac-12.
They are. Yeah, it's a different band, but
that's like Leonard Skinner like pouring.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you Leonard Skinner though?
Yeah.
Cover band.
Sorry, that was super white of us right there. Sorry. So
no, Jordan. Leonard Skinner is like, who don't know who that is, Nick?
Well, most of the band died, but Leonard Skinner still tours.
Well, none of the
original members.
Oh, you're not talking about the PE teacher Leonard Skinner, who they named it after.
Y'all talking about if y'all want me to be honest.
Showing our
bring
age
a little
a
Kodak back.
Rock music band.
Showing our age
But like
a
you
little
almost
bit.
forget
That's
about
all.
him because like that class was so dope. But yeah, like he's going to get more burn than any of the freshmen. As excited as the fan base is, and I think all four of us are about Naeshaun, Moise, VB3, Dallas, like J Mike's going to get more burn than the rest of them. I think.
100%. I think so. I mean, it's just hard not to let him get burned. And I know he has the experience, and I know he knows the importance of blocking and how important blocking is even in practice. That's how you kind of win the coaches over. I'm not saying these guys not blocking in practice, but I feel like the young guys don't understand the importance of it is and what they need to do to be able to see the field and see the ball. I feel like he's been through all that at all these other schools, so he knows the right way to set himself up in practice in the meeting room and etc. to kind of get himself in the best position to be able to get the ball when the time comes. Obviously, it's all that way and who he gonna grip it and rip it to. Pause. Who he gonna get the ball to when the time comes. But I believe they're gonna build that relationship. They're gonna build that rapport with each other, and it's gonna be a great year for him.
And he's that prototypical Billy G receiver that we've seen him recruit at UF both
Straight
times he was here before, right? So obviously Billy Napier has kind of a different view of what that room looks like, but that's your prototypical, and Billy Gonzales, pardon me, has put some great, 6'4", 6'5" guys in great positions to be successful there. So Nick, you brought his name up. We'll talk about Eugene Wilson. Obviously Eugene Wilson injured for much of last season, an electric freshman campaign, a guy that is I'm going to use the word gadget guy, and it's not in a derogatory way, but he's a gadget guy that can, run the post.
Disrespectful to his game. I'm gonna be you and Billy disrespecting his game.
But no. What I mean by that is he's like
stand in the paint. Stand in the paint.
He's like a Swiss Army knife gadget. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got to prove, right? So this is my take on Eugene.
No, go ahead. You're doing
I'm
great.
giving it. You keep interrupting. So Eugene Wilson, I think this is his opportunity to shine. I want to see him be utilized better. And what I don't want to see is him running orbit motions and running a half marathon every game, not doing anything. I want to see him actually make that impact that we think he can make. And I think he could be your leading receiver this year if given the right opportunity. And I think that means that he has to have a position, but I think he can play that Y or the Z or come out of the backfield. I think he can do a lot of different things. That's what I mean by gadget.
Good recovery.
I said I preface it by saying it's not derogatory, but
I get what you're saying. He's basically such a talented young man. It's kind of disrespectful to not kind of talk about all the things he could do. Yes, he can catch the ball. He's a good receiver as well, but I feel like he brings a lot of things to our offense and that we really appreciate. And I feel like it's kind of like a safety blanket if you really think about it, because I feel like overall we'll look at him and we know that he could be that disguise to where we can catch him out of the backfield. We can line him up and make him be a disguise. Once defenses kind of see him there, they kind of scared because he just had a jet sweep that he took for some yards, so we can get him in motion. And then, I feel like we can use him to the best of our ability and use his speed because we got so much speed at the receiver position. So I think he'll be a top guy for us, if not the best guy.
Yeah. I just want to see, just let him be a receiver. I love everything he brings to the table. But most of his big plays, like when he went crazy on Georgia for the long slant or post, all his plays, his biggest plays have been down the field. I've seen him run the route tree. He could put people in blenders, and he's a threat to just score from anywhere. So I like the bubble screens and the tunnel screen stuff, but I don't want to see the orbit motions. I want to see him take that next step. They moved his position, so he should get reps at the Pearsall spot, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So that's a money spot. Everybody that has been at that spot has 8. So you went from Pearsall to Dike. Now he has that spot. So it's in this offense, that position eats. So the possibility of him being the leader, that would be 3 years in a row that whoever's at that spot led in yards. So I'm not mad at Jordan Tate just because of that. But I want to see him take that next step this year, bro. We already, been hyping him for years. Some people brought up the next Percy Harvin. I don't even say that anymore because they're twitched up similar. Like the explosiveness is there, but I want to see him run the route tree. I don't really want to see him do the stuff that Percy was just a different type of tough and a different type of dude.
Yeah, you have to.
I saw Trey today working out at the facility.
Yeah, monster,
nothing against him. He's put on good size.
Yeah,
I think we just forget what Percy looked like though.
No, Percy was crazy.
No, Percy was nuts.
Percy
man.
was
There's very few people that are
like
built
Trey has
Percy
put
Harvin.
on very good size. You will notice a difference in Eugene Wilson.
Oh, we've seen
he's
it.
filling out
Did
his
you pass
jersey.
the
But
check, Nick?
cheek check approved. But Percy was just different, dog. Like Percy skipped going home for Christmas to play in the national championship game. Percy's just built different.
Played different too, right?
Yeah.
Used different. Right. You can't just say because they played at Florida and they played
Percy was
receiver.
Percy was taking counters out the back. Percy was playing
Percy
Jordan's
was
position. He was playing zone position. He was playing Dallas Baker's position.
Percy Harvin was also the number one player in the country or top 5, depending on which website you looked at. So like he was going to be different from the beginning. Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, Urban Meyer's calling plays, not, anyway.
Who do you think Billy Gonzales prefer coaching?
Say what?
That's a good question for Jordan, probably.
Who do you think Billy Gonzales prefer coaching? Percy Harvin or Eugene Wilson?
I'm gonna go with Eugene Wilson.
I mean, I'm going Percy.
Both are gonna make you look like a great coach.
Yeah, but one's gonna sock you in the face if he disagrees with you.
Both are gonna make
one
coach.
has a different type of externality. You know what I mean?
Oh, it may go to fisticuffs with one, man.
Yeah,
they have
went
into the fisticuffs with one. Anywho, good times.
Yeah. This I don't know, Logan. I don't know if this is about like what I was saying. It's not any disrespect to Eugene Wilson. Percy Harvin's one of the best college football players to ever play college football.
They're different players, right? They're not used.
They really are different players.
I mean, we look at them because they're both like 5'10" and they play in that slot and they're twitchy and they have an unbelievably fast first step. But Percy Harvin probably had 20 pounds. He was just a different dude, right? Like
Percy Harvin could have probably played running back in the NFL. Eugene Wilson cannot play running back in the NFL. That's the difference between those two. I'm not taking anything away from the kid.
Jet sweeps, all that in the NFL. He was still getting up the same shenanigans.
Yes, I love Eugene. He's a phenomenal player. Quick twitch, great moves, great routes. He's not Percy. I'm just being honest. I love both of them. We both Gators. We all Gators here.
He about to be a problem for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. His career, and Logan, we appreciate that. He's not being overlooked over injury. I don't think any of us are overlooking him. We put him as the other starter on the team, right? So 800.
Well, no, that is a good point. I think, Logan, and it's maybe not inside our fan base. Maybe that's kind of the way we're looking at it. But like, there's no preseason hype outside of Gator Nation for Eugene Wilson, and probably some of that is recency. Like, what did he do last year? If you're just going and looking at numbers, he didn't do anything last year. But you have to take the time to see, like, okay, what was he going through? What happened to him? Why didn't he do that? Even when he did play, he wasn't playing healthy. So maybe that's what. So like, I think he's thinking like, hey, like he should be in preseason lists. And he's not.
Well, yeah, I think what you said is right.
I don't think he should be on preseason. I think he just hasn't. If you think he's supposed to be on those lists, then it's just going off of high school rankings. To be real with you, like
I'm almost happy he's not hyped up, guys.
He's hungry.
He's washed up and he's no longer that. So he can go ahead and go crazy on somebody when it's most needed. That's what I want to see.
It's some receivers around this league that came back that just has put up some crazy production. So like the list, you go and look who's on those lists. Like it's guys that have been eating and putting up production, and got film on, got plays on film. And he just, a part of being good and being a great is healthy as well. Like if you're never healthy and you never play, then it was just a bunch of potential. So he just got to stay healthy. You can't control that sometimes. You know, sometimes it's just luck.
Football, baby.
But
Yeah,
Yes,
it's football.
He has to stay healthy.
Because he's gotten injured both years. He's played at UF,
Yeah.
right? So the big thing, you know, still looking career-wise, what do we have here? 804 career yards, 10.1 yards per reception, 7 receiving touchdowns on 80 receptions. So played 10 games as a freshman, 4 games last year. I think Gator fans that know who he is are hype about him, but I could also understand why he's not a preseason All-SEC player. I can understand why he's not a preseason All-American. I can understand why people may have slightly forgotten about him, but it doesn't mean that he's bad or won't have a breakout year. It just means you played 10 games as a freshman. You played 4 games as a sophomore. Now it's your opportunity to prove yourself and prove the hype that a lot of the Gator fan base has about you. So that's Eugene Wilson. So he's going to start on the other side of J. Mike. This is where we get into the overall debate. Khalil Jackson comes back, redshirt senior. He's historically started as wide receiver. You have freshman Dallas Wilson, freshman Naeshaun Montgomery, freshman Vernell Brown III. Then you throw in TJ Abrams, you throw in Take Hawkins, and then, of course, Aiden Mizell, last but not least, into that group. So you have those 2 guys. What's then your order in which you're going to play these guys? Right? Like your thoughts, right? That's a crowded room. I'd have to think that Aiden Mizell is there. And shout out to Will if you're listening. I'm super pumped. And we saw some great things out of Aiden Mizell last season. Now it's his opportunity to get on the field and prove it. But right now, not very far behind. You've got some dogs as freshmen, and then not to forget TJ Abrams and not to forget Take Hawkins in that group as well.
Well,
Bro, they tried my dog in Starkville. He had like 130 receiving yards called back for some bull.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey.
No, you're good, man. I'm so excited. I'm mostly excited about this room just from a speed perspective, right? We talking about how explosive Trey Wilson is. He may be probably one of the slower guys in that room if we keeping it a bean. You know, like you got world-class speed. Like Tank Hawkins is a 10-3 meter guy. I got 11, man. Mizell is my dude as far. I think he's gonna surprise some people. We've seen, you know, some of his capabilities, but you're talking about a 10-4 100-meter guy. TJ Abrams not going to play a whole lot, I don't think, because there's so much talent, but he's another world-class speed guy. I already told you, J. Mike ran a 10-3 in high school, 10-4. Bro, that is so much speed.
Yeah,
you got Ferraris running, and you got a big arm. You got a guy that's trying to, like, his deep field accuracy is on point. That's why I'm just like, that receiver room got me excited. That's my favorite room because I got a 5-star caliber quarterback that get to throw to elite speed. They're not just track guys. They can play football, you know? And you already see the deep threat that Dallas Wilson is, bro. That room is special, bro. And I don't think we're going to lose any speed, any drop-off of explosiveness when guys come on and off the field.
I'm doing some research here.
I feel like to answer your question, then I do like Aiden as the third guy runner up. I just feel like the speed is killer. Obviously, all the other guys behind him have speed as well, just like Corey just mentioned. Defenses hate speed because there's really nothing you can coach at that rate. You can get in all the zones you want to. You can get all the whatever you want to tell your DB to do. But if he's just not fast enough, he just can't keep up. Like people. Not to get off topic, get off topic here, but Tyreek Hill, people talk about him all the time, how he's not a great receiver overall, a pure receiver, but the dude is just fast and you just can't keep up. So I feel like we have a lot of that on our team when it comes to talking about our young guys and like the sky's the limit for these young boys. So if I was going with anybody, I'm going with Aiden next. I feel like he's already kind of proven to us that he has the capability to show out for us at the receiver position. The speed is there. The hands are there. The routes are there. So I would pick.
Who you guys have as the starters?
I've got Michael Sturdivant and Eugene.
Okay.
Me too, Dan.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I'm with that.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So I asked ChatGPT, which she has a massive asterisk here. So I wanted to get some speed times here of just this overall group. You got J Mike at a 4.38. He was clocked at 23.2 miles an hour. Eugene Wilson clocked at 23 miles an hour, a 4.43, 4.44. Tank Hawkins ran a 6.7 second 60 meter, holds the UF record for football players. This says between a 4.25, which seems like an Urban Meyer clocked.
No,
time,
that's a real clock. Like, you better go check Tank Records resume, boy.
4.
Yeah, Tank looked like he's sliding. Now he looked like he's
of course.
sliding.
No.
Flying,
I mean, this says somewhere between 4.25 and 4.37, 10.37 100-meter dash. Obviously, he's very, very fast. Dallas Wilson, 4.49 40-yard dash, 11-second 100-meter. Naeshaun Montgomery, somewhere in the 4.4 to low 4.5. Aiden Mizell in the 4.4, 10.6 500. Dude, a 46.99 400 meters. That race is so hard. I'm not comparing
That
myself
race
to
is
Aiden
tough.
Mizell, but good Lord. That race is so hard.
When both of your parents are Gator track, stars, then it makes it a little bit. You got great genes. You got great genetics, bruh.
Yes. You're not talking about me. Sorry.
Oh, no, not you, man. No.
Oh, okay. Very good. You heard that, Mom and Dad? You always ask her how Corey's doing. You don't have to ask anymore. Throwing shots at you.
Real stupid.
I'm looking at, so they keep a record in the weight room of who has the biggest lifts, all this other stuff. So for 40-yard dash receiver, Tank Hawkins, 4.31.
Love that.
According to Florida. But not top speed. Top speed,
come on here, right?
top MPH is
Desmond Watson.
No, it's Devin.
Trey Wilson at 23.4. Just unseated. I'm going back to my old one now from last year. Unseated Aiden Mizell, which is 22.59. This is just since Billy's been here.
Holy cow.
He's crazy, bro.
Dude, that's flying.
So Aiden was 22.59, and Trey is the new top. So you just said he might be the slowest in the room. According to Catapult, Trey Wilson, 23.42. 23 miles an hour. That is getting you a ticket if you're driving it on campus.
Right.
That guy's getting a ticket if he's running full speed on campus.
That's crazy.
I
wonder how, like the difference, because, I mean, the NFL don't measure in the miles per hour like that. So I wonder what's the difference. Like, why are they 40 times lower, but his miles per hour is higher?
Yeah, but I can't tell you. Maybe, maybe his 40 time was 4.33, like 0.2 of a second. I don't know.
It could be that. It could be your ability to get out of the block right away, right? Like you might.
How long it take you to build up speed? Yeah. How long it take you to build up?
Some dudes are quicker than fast,
right? Like maybe you want to see, what is it, the flying 10 or the flying 20, right? When you're at full speed and get that. But there's no shortage of just absolute elite speed on this team. And so let's go through, because I want to talk about the next crop. Jordan and I are on the same page about starters.
Real quick. While I'm here, DJ Lagway over 20 miles an hour, 20.86. Nearly 21.
He was locked in a game at over 20, if I remember correctly, in one of his runs.
Floating like a Maybach.
Bruh.
Got them stars in the roof.
Yeah, 100%.
Riding around, lights up above my head.
Yes, sir.
So, Corey, who were your starters?
I had the same starters as you guys.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry. I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Eugene,
we all have the same starters.
Yeah, same starters. For sure.
Shout out to Brandon. Deontay Thompson. My favorite second favorite D Thompson that graduated from UF.
That was your picture for a while.
It still is.
Still is?
Yep. Yeah, I don't need people on the internet knowing what I look like. If they want to know what I look like, they can join the Stadium Gale YouTube channel or watch on X.
Gang. Now you're wearing that. You're wearing John Ruiz's favorite shirt on your Twitter profile.
Oh, what? Oh, I thought you meant no. It's just a nice white shirt, Nick. All right, so we've got the same three guys. So that leaves the crop of the next few. Let me scroll back up here, just so I don't forget anybody, because I want to hear what y'all's thoughts are and who do you think is next. Actually, timeout. What I want to do then is go over the three freshmen. So Dallas Wilson III, 6'2", 3 1/4, 193 pounds from beautiful Tampa, Florida. Naeshaun Montgomery and Vernell Brown III. Who do you think gets the most snaps, the most catches, most yards this year? They're all a little bit different, right? Dallas Wilson, your 5-star, looked like a 5-star. Naeshaun Montgomery, in my opinion, a very slept-on wide receiver. Obviously, Vernell Brown III, the son of Vernell Brown Jr., who played at UF and obviously comes with that name recognition. I think part of Naeshaun Montgomery got a little lost in this class, but in my opinion, Naeshaun Montgomery is going to be an absolute dog in college football, and I hope it's at UF.
Say that again, please.
I think Naeshaun Montgomery is going to be a dog, and I hope it's at UF. Is my connection bad? I'm just kidding, Jordan.
Real though. That's my one prayer that I pray all the time, is that all three of these guys just stick us all the way through into the end, man. Because this room is just so crowded. And you know, some people turn into divas and X, Y, and Z, and I ain't getting the ball, blah, 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 blah. There's only one football. Man, stay here and stay with a championship team. The only way you build a championship team is to be competitive like this and to go day and day with dogs around you to constantly push yourself to be better. If you want to go somewhere and be that guy and then be surrounded around a bunch of trash bags, it's not going to get you anything. So I love this room.
Kicked Darius Lemons out of your locker room.
And Darius Lemons kicked himself out.
Nick's such an instigator.
But crashed out, man.
All right, so Corey, your thoughts out of that group. I know it's easy to go Dallas Wilson, not saying not to, but what do you guys
think outside of that, I think Dallas is going to get starter type snaps. So outside of Dallas, I'll keep him out of that group. I'm just gonna go just from the polish standpoint and how things was just kind of clicking for him in spring. I think his dad just got him just pro ready. Vernell Brown.
Yeah.
I just think he understands it from just like a high level. And he's ready for it. I don't think he's gonna drown himself in camp. I think he understands the rigors of like the whole position and the job. Like him just even wearing the 8. It's the small things with him. Him coming in with 8. You know, I'm pretty sure he got that number 1 on his mind. Whole lot of Percy Harvin type vibe. So I think he's gonna be next in line, just from a production and I would say snap count standpoint.
I mean, do you think we see all three this year?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Nick is on.
I think well, I wanted to post something, but it's off topic. I derail the podcast too much.
Yes, you do.
I think the easy answer is Dallas. I'm Corey and I are on that same train car on the tracks that I'm derailing, but those two, I think I'm not sleeping on Naeshaun. Probably the best thing to ever come out of Rhode Island. I can't name anything else, so he's definitely the best thing I know that's come out of Rhode Island. But I think, like you said, Vernell is super polished. You put him in that slot. Dallas is going to be outside, but I might be the next guy off. Khalil Jackson, if he's healthy, they're going to look at him. Don't boo and hiss. But yeah, I think VB3 and Naeshaun, guys I really want to see. It's been so long since spring, but guys I really want to see get a look, kick return, punt return. Like we talked about last week with running backs. Like I don't need to see Jaden Ball back there. I know the running back room is deep, but like I don't need to see RB1 head in the sky fielding punts. I don't need to see that. Right. Put number 8 back there, put number 0 back there. Let one of the young freshmen do it. And both of them looked electric, electric doing it. So it's a deep room. It's as much as let me put my negative hat back on. As much as it is deep, like there's not a ton of production in the room. Like J Mike has a little bit, but like we said, we have to go back to 2022 for that. Eugene has a little bit. The way we talk about him is because we know what he is when he's healthy and what he can be, but we haven't seen it yet. We've only seen a little bit of Aiden. We've only seen a little bit of Khalil. I think like you guys do that. The room is loaded. We just haven't seen
let's call it a spade here, right? Like we're talking about the room as fans, right? Like the national media and people that cover college football are talking about it a little bit differently because of like what we said at the beginning, right? Like this is all just an idea, right? Like the idea that these guys will be able to take that next step and that they're going to be able to develop and really have that big jump next year. But there's a reason why this room isn't ranked in the top, 10 position groups in the country, like some of the other rooms. And that's no slight at the group. It's that you have to recognize the elephant in the room is that you are replacing like 80% of your production at wide receiver last year, right? Dike and Elijhah Badger were both outstanding players for Florida last year and safety blankets for DJ Lagway and Graham Mertz. You don't have that same thing. It's not to say that they can't, and it's not to say that they won't. And it's not to say that there's not going to be massive development, but there's also like what we're talking about, Nick, and what we said at the beginning, it's like you have to look at this and say, there is a ton of speed. There's a ton of potential here. We just don't know. There still has to be a question mark when you talk about this room. And that question mark could be erased in we'll say game 2 or game 3, right? Like hopefully game 1, you're like, okay, they got something. But game 2, game 3, game 4, that's when you start to see, is this group really – the group that we think they can be, and then how do they develop throughout the year? And we're going to talk about K-Jack and 22 and Spirito and all that here in a minute. So I know everybody's hankering down in the comments for it. So
they're trying to set us up, man. They trolling us. That's what they're doing.
They are. So you guys have Dallas Wilson, probably number 1, VB3, number 2, and then Naeshaun in terms of expected production this year.
Yeah, and I like Moise too.
Yeah.
Skinny, but a lot taller.
That's my bad.
Meeting him in person. It's like we were getting hounded leading up to the spring. You're not talking about Moise. And we're talking about spring, but we've lost that excuse. He's on campus. He's got a lot of size to put on, but burner, fast, tall, long. But the other guys have been here since December. So
right. Yeah, it's a little bit easier with that spring to see the field, not taken away from him, and I forgot about him, so that's my fault. He wasn't on my list, so my apologies there. So, all right, let's get into the rest of the room. This is whatever. Yeah,
that's a good question.
Tony Livingston or VB3, who plays more snaps? I think Tony Livingston's going to play more snaps.
Sadly.
2 tight end sets. Silk is building nice, comfortable bubble that he wants to live in, where Florida doesn't run any 12 personnel. And Billy,
listen here. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, Nick. If I got a bunch of Ferraris in my garage and you keep pulling out the Chevy Impala, I'm gonna have.
Hey, sometimes you gotta pull the donk out of pull the donk out, drop the roof, and just cruise down A1A. You don't always need to bring the Lambo out. You know,
bring the Lambo trucks out. Bring the yours.
So
I disagree. I'm bringing out all the supercars, man. I feel like
you gotta bring the supercars out, bro.
We got a lighter box.
You can't do what you did in the spring game with Dallas Wilson and not show the Ferrari. It's like having a Lamborghini and then not driving and living in Gainesville.
You showed it in the spring. You need the donk because it's got bigger tires. Fall, the weather starts getting a little dicey, getting a little colder.
Man. We can get some new tires. I ain't tripping on that.
If you got a Ferrari, tires is nothing.
Okay.
I don't worry about tires if I got a Ferrari, bro. Like
tires brought to you by Florida Victorious. Just keep running the tires.
See, Nick want to run the our supercars like they do at the recruiting trips. Like just show the car off and nobody gets in and drives.
Don't touch it.
We're gonna get in the Cadillacs. We're not gonna get in these.
What's wrong with the Cadillac?
Nothing wrong with the Cadillac.
Like, what a Ferrari. Y'all, I took pictures with a Ferrari. Now it's a nice Hellcat over there for you, son. Like, anywho.
Oh, we got some Ferrari versus Donk conversation in the chat. I think Tony Livingston's going to play more. I think VB3 will get more targets. At least I hope so.
Speaking of Ferrari, shout out to Harrison Sanchez, who has decided to spend some of that Vail money
Look at that suit, man.
on
He
the
can afford
membership
it.
here.
Look at
That's
guy.
AI. That's AI.
He
Hey,
said that's AI.
I mean, that posture looks
the
very
AI
AI.
there.
It kind of does.
That's AI.
Kind of
That's
does.
AI.
Nick wants a minivan. I see it, Harrison. And now that you're a member of the show, you get your comments read a little bit more often. If you want to get your comments read a little bit more often, become a member. Also, super chats, those are going to get. So we'll see, right? This is going to bring us to the in-between people, right? So we talked about the older guys or starters, talked about the younger guys and what we expect, but we can't forget Khalil Jackson, who's been a starter. He's good for one circus catch a game. Usually that's about it. No offense to him, but that's about what you get out of him. Take Hawkins, 5'10", 176 pounds. He's a sophomore. TJ Abrams, redshirt freshman, 5'10", 175. Taylor Spirito, Alex Gonzalez, and then DJ Lagway's teammate, DeBron Hampton round out that room. But where do you guys fit in a TJ Abrams, a Take Hawkins, a Khalil Jackson into this group? I mean, Khalil Jackson was returning punts too.
I'm not mad at Khalil. I like Khalil. I think he should be a part of the rotation. I think all these guys are gonna play. I think 22. I want to see him. Graham Mertz gave him a lot of tough catches, so I would like to see him be able to catch some balls and see if he can get some yak. But a veteran guy that you've seen can make plays, So I'm not mad at him being in the rotation. I do want to just see them Ferraris because they flying. Tank Hawkins is one of those older guys that's a Ferrari, right? And I got Tank Hawkins right behind, I would say, Vernell. I think their numbers may be similar snap-wise, around the same.
Sure.
I think Tank is going to be a part of the rotation. Tank just got to get a little bit more polished because he was more of a track runner than a receiver, and he's kind of like been polishing his route running in between, getting in and out of his breaks better. So we'll see how it all plays out. But if I had to go, I think Khalil is going to play. He's going to get some snaps, but I think if we're doing real, just true to competition and playing our best players, he's going to be down, the pipeline a little bit.
Yeah. I was just about to say, what Dan just listed right there is a chance man. That's what I like to call him. No disrespect, but the room is so crowded and so deep. They're going to be chance men, and just a simple fact of somebody gets hurt, coach, give me a chance, man.
Oh no! I'm glad I didn't cut in and break your flow there.
No.
I'm glad I didn't ruin that. But
You got to get Dan on that one. That might got to be the title of the show.
That is the title of the show. That was great delivery. Great delivery.
Like,
I'm like, where's this chance man going on? I was like, where's this going?
I'm just being honest. The room is so deep and so crowded. It's so hard for them to actually see the field. They're great talents. I'm not disrespecting these kids. They're Gators. They're phenomenal athletes, but it's just going to be so hard for them boys to really get a real opportunity and really get some good looks. Dan, I think we got out.
Sorry, I missed it.
We got a title.
What is it?
The best stuff happens when Dan's gone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're not the first person in my life that's told that, Nick. That's why I'm divorced. So what do we got?
Chance man. It was a great joke.
Title.
Chance man.
Oh man.
But I
can ask for one thing from the fan base. It's a Gator legacy. Hardworking young man. I think he just graduated. If he's on the field, maybe not pollute my timeline cursing him.
Oh, no, I ain't going to say nothing greasy about 22. I'm going to say something greasy about the coaches that put him out there. He didn't, like Steve Spurrier said, he didn't put himself out there. I have no problem. If 22's out there and he's starting over my Ferraris, you know what I'm saying? No shot to him. Best man. Let me say this first, all jokes aside. Made the best player play. Like, I'm not any bias, shiny new toy. I know sometimes our fan base get like that. I don't want to get into that. I do think the better players are the younger guys. And if I feel that some Justice Boone type situation is happening again, because I thought Justice Boone shouldn't have been starting early last year. It was 2 or 3 guys that was probably better than him. He just played because he was older, in my opinion. So if I get those type of vibes, I can't be mad at 22 because he ain't put himself out there like Spurrier says. So I talked to the guy that put him out there via Twitter. Hopefully
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously talented, right? He was a starting wide receiver at UF last year. So obviously talented. But I think you now have the opportunity to really have some elite competition in that room. And I'm excited for the first time in a while. about what the prospects of this position look like going into next year?
I can't remember when it was. It was some years. I was on the show.
Man, it's hilarious. I can't stop thinking
Chance
about it. It's hilarious.
Can't wait to watch it.
Oh,
Man.
oh my
That's a
god.
clip. Yo, chat, clip that.
Yeah, that's an IG clip right there.
I can't remember when it was, and you guys thought I was talking like greasy about the whole room. I can't remember who was in it, but I was like, this might be the worst wide receiver room I've covered at Florida. It was like 3-4 years ago, maybe. I can't remember when it was. Cannot say that about this room. I do look forward to what Silk says when Billy Napier foregoes putting the Lamborghinis out to bring out the Tonka trucks.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like before, you probably had to go safe.
Yeah.
I don't know if Florida needs to go safe anymore. Not that they're
We've got
going
speed in space.
Well, you have the offensive line, you have the running backs, you have elite talent.
They're gonna have to load the box. Like teams are gonna have to load the box to stop our run game. You're gonna get one-on-one matchups with Ferraris. With Ferraris.
That's what I want to do. I want to have them
Let's
boy
go.
4 wide. Leave
go.
JB in there with 1-2 linebackers in the box, light box. You either gonna have to pick up that bubble screen, or you gonna have to pick up this inside zone. Pick your poison. Ain't no apex linebackers playing in between all this rah. Nah, make your mind up out there. Either you gonna be guarding this slot because you gonna catch this bubble and take it up the sideline, or you gonna stay in the box and play this inside zone.
What's up?
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Let's go.
Corey's
man.
headache is magically gone. He's talking about Ferraris ready to go.
I'm hyped,
Roo-rah nah. Chance man. Take a chance on the sideline, dog. We got Raris in the garage. Take your chances elsewhere.
Just give me a chance, man. That shit was hilarious.
Oh man. So that's where we're at, boy. I mean, that's the wide receiver room. That's an hour worth of breakdown about the wide receiver position. We talked about starters. We talked about the next man up. We talked about last man on the field and everything in between. Any final thoughts before we start to wrap up?
Everybody leave with a receiver hot take, man. Give me a hot take.
Well, I started.
Receiver
hot. You said Naeshaun. You said the Naeshaun.
Yeah, I'm about to say I agree with Nick. My hot take, Naeshaun.
No, Nick didn't say that. Nick didn't say that. The other white guy said it.
Okay, sorry, Dan.
Nick put Naeshaun a distant third. He put him in a donk.
I'm rocking out with Naeshaun just off the fact I feel like he not getting all the hype. You know, these kids live for the internet, bro. We in the new day and age. These boys see who all the hype is around. The hype around VB3 and Dallas Wilson went crazy in the spring game. Everybody rah. He almost like, y'all boys forgot who I was? All right, say less. At the end of the day, everybody can be as good as they want to be. Whoever's blocking the best will be on that field.
Mm-hmm.
So we can call it whoever is the best guy, fastest, mile per hour, whatever you want to call it. Whoever is blocking on the perimeter is going to play. That's just how Billy G do his thing. You can be way better than the dude that's blocking better, but you will be on the sideline watching that dude block. That's just how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Naeshaun got a little chip on his shoulder, and I think he's going to be a baller this year because of the chip on his shoulder. I think all three guys are very capable of being that guy this year easily. But I just think because of how the chips fell through the spring and VB getting some hype because everybody hyped up around him and he's been balling in spring practice and working hard and doing this thing, and Dallas Wilson been going crazy in the spring game, I feel like he kind of fell lower in the rankings. So I feel like I won't be surprised if he just pop out and show dudes. I want to say something else, but you know.
Agent Zero, baby. Agent Zero.
Nick, what's your hot take?
2. I think we got close last year, so I'm gonna I have to go a little greasier with that one. I'm gonna go with 2 receivers will have 850 or more with somebody at 1,000. Got a 1,000-yard receiver, and 2 will have 850 or more. I was gonna say like at least 2 with 800, but last year Chim had 783 and Badger had 806, so I had to go a little bit greasier with that. And then the second one, Dirty 30, has more than one reception this year.
Okay.
Better be LIU. It better be
It better be LIU.
Go Sharks.
And right before we kneel it too, like the play before we kneel it, you get them that little slant real quick,
like a fake kneel.
Yeah.
Oh, dirty,
Yeah.
dirty. Fake kneel. Pop it.
Like Rudy go for 84. I like that. I like that, Nick.
Like Rudy and all that, man. Yeah, I like it.
All right, so Chris
shout
Smith.
out to Ahmad Fullwood.
Yeah, shout out to Ahmad
I
Fullwood.
haven't heard that name in a long time, bro.
That was
Wow.
Chris
every
Smith.
once in a while, Nick Washington posts a picture of Ahmad Fullwood, who I don't think has any social media, and
No,
just
he
says
does
proof of life. I'm like, oh shoot, Ahmad's still up.
That's crazy.
That guy's probably happy, man.
Let's
living his life off social media.
Yeah, he's bro. You know how much PC he's at? Like he's probably tranquil as hell.
Brandon Connell has Spiritus 2 catches against LIU and FSU. Chris Smith, we spent about 15 minutes talking about J. Mike about an hour ago. Dallas needs to start. Amir Jackson, he's a tight end. We talked about him last week. So Corey, what's your hot take?
I think our most explosive wide receiver is going to be 11, man. Give me Aiden Mizell. I think he leads the team in yards per catch.
What up, Sticks?
Okay.
I've been 10 people up with Aiden Mizell on that NCAA. They got that boy with 97 mode on.
Trying to catch you, Jordan?
Him and Tank in the top 5, like speed wise on the game, the entire game. Yeah,
I'll be going deep with that boy. No homo.
And he got crazy chemistry with Lagway. We seen the chemistry there a little bit last year, you know. So I think they got some chemistry there. Top end speed is crazy. I think he's gonna lead the team in most explosive plays. We'll see what's up.
I mean, don't be surprised if you see a little bit of Tank Hawkins and TJ Abrams too, right? I mean, they were on the same, second string as DJ Lagway, right? Obviously, DJ moved to the first, but I mean, there's still that connection. That's where he practiced there and who he practiced with for the first 9 months he was on campus. So don't be surprised if you see more of them. Again, a very highly recruited group of very fast wide receivers that there's just a question mark based on production, but I think they've got a lot of dogs. I think they've got some guys that have shown it. So now it's their opportunity. They've got one of the best deep ball passers in all of college football. They've got one of the best quarterbacks just in general.